Hello, my name is Wilson Cortez, and I'm gonna talk about the framework of Balance Scorecard for the organizational behavior class. First, we need to understand what Balance Scorecard means. Balance Scorecard is a strategic planning and management system, which is a framework, and is used extensively in business and industry and government and not-profit organizations to address some needs that they have, which are first, aligning the business activities to the vision and strategy of the organization. Second, improve internal and external communications in the company. And the third one would be to monitor the organizational performance and how is it going regarding the strategic goals they have. So in order to understand Balance Scorecard, first we need to understand what strategic planning means. Strategic planning is a process that companies use to run to understand how are they gonna reach their vision as a company and what they want. Mainly they work in providing a competitive advantage, adapting to changing situations, which is important for the companies, and also being able to measure the terms of effectiveness to understand how efficient and effective they are being. They do all of this regarding their vision, which is the point that they want to reach. Usually what happens? How companies work to reach their vision? They first formulate the strategy, then they execute that strategy, and in the last place what they do is reaching their vision. But what happens? There's a problem usually inside companies, and they have a gap sometimes between the strategy formulation and execution. Strategy is good formulated, but to reach it is complicated. So for that, we use Balance Scorecard to fill that gap and help companies to monitor and execute their strategy. So Balance Scorecard is formed mainly centered on the vision, as we said, and is formed by 4 dimensions. The first one would be the financial performance, then we have client satisfaction, then process efficiency, and the last one would be knowledge and innovation. What is the idea? That the companies need to work on indicators on each one of these dimensions, and everything is going to be related to their corporative vision. The first dimension is financial performance. In each dimension, I'm gonna show you what are the questions that the companies need to answer first to understand and to define what are the indicators in that dimension. What are the expectations from our investors? That's the question companies need to answer under this dimension. So that's the starting point, and they work mainly on indicators like revenues, profit, income related to reaching a vision and to offer something to the shareholders. The second dimension, which is client satisfaction, here the question would be how should we show ourselves to our clients, and mainly what we are going to look to here is how to improve client satisfaction, how to make our customers feel better. So in here we work in indicators like product or service quality, time taking care of our customers, how satisfied they are, or how loyal they are to our company. The next dimension, process efficiency, here the question would be in which processes do we need to be excellent, and what it looks is for the companies to understand which processes they need to improve so their clients are more happy and they have more profit in the financial dimension. So in here basically there are processes related to 4 characteristics, which are operational processes, customer related processes, innovation processes, and environmental processes. Mainly those processes are run here under this dimension, and what the company looks is what I just say about improving the processes and its efficiency. On the 4th dimension, the knowledge and innovation, what the question to answer would be what are the challenges to help grow and learn about our employees. And in here the company is going to try to understand how the knowledge and how their employees are performing to run those processes we saw before. So it is important to work in things like employee skills, information systems, because not only employees work on the processes, also information systems, empowerment, and employee motivation. After doing this, I am going to present to you here a strategic map. Strategic map, it's the way we see Balance Scorecard when we are advanced and companies already have prioritized their things they want to do, and they have their indicators, they put it here, and they fill it from the top to the bottom, and then they read it from the bottom to the top. So companies start first focusing on financial as I mentioned, and then They see how customer indicators and that dimension affects the financial one. Then they check how internal processes are affecting the customer indicators. And the last and the bottom part, we have knowledge and innovation, which we just said is focused on how employees and processes are run better. Here I'm gonna present a short example about a company, which is Philips. We already know it. Philips has this merging of three of their dependencies in 2011, and they wanted that the Philips Electronics strategy was directed toward the general Philips vision. So what they did was run balanced scorecard to standardize business processes and to be very aligned with the corporative vision of Philips as a whole from the division of Philips Electronics. They defined these processes here and these indicators, and as you can see are the same that we just saw in the balance scorecard. They defined that they were gonna have indicators in financial, like economic profit, working capital, in the customers dimension, the market share that they have, the complaints from the customers. Running the processes, they are going to check on capacity utilization of their machines, for example, the time to respond to their clients. And in the fourth dimension, which is knowledge and innovation, they work on leadership for employees, training days, and with that they are aligning their vision as a part of Philips to the general Philips vision that they have.